I received many different messages. At one hand, the lights and the shadows, they have a very strong dance on Earth, and everything what is happening is only happening on Earth. So when you have observed the higher dimensions, so then you know that light is coming down or light is returning.
Welcome to Free Range with Gail Of Gaia. Today, Gail welcomes to the program Akura. The stars are aligned, the light is upon us, and the light is within. Embrace it. And join Gail as she welcomes Akura to the program.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range. And I am delighted today to have with me again for the second time, Akura, the psychic medium. And she's from Arcturus, as Darcy. And go ahead and say hello. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead and say hello, Akura.
Hi.
Hi.
It's me again. Hi.
Yes. So happy to have you here. I would like to talk about some things that might make people feel more at peace with things that are happening on the planet today in any way that we can, because I've seen a few of your videos and it sounded like you were receiving good positive information from your connections upstairs.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about that and see where we are.
Yeah, I'm Sandra. I'm a starseed from Germany. Thank you so much. And I received many different messages. At one hand, the lights and the shadows, they have a very strong dance on Earth, and everything what is happening is only happening on Earth. So when you have observed the higher dimensions, so then you know that light is coming down or light is returning. So this is what I have seen, and that we have to stay focused on the light. That we feel the light now, that we embody our power, that we expand our light and even our heart. So, and what I received is also that in higher dimensions, everything is clean, even the negative ones are gone. But what is happening is you have the opportunity to tune in many different versions of the future and timelines. That's why it does exist so many different informations and channelings as well. And this is confusing people a lot. So one cosmic medium said, told this is true. Then the other cosmic medium said, this is true. And we are channeling so many different informations. And I believe that is confusing people mostly. This, but this person told me this information is true, because now it's very easy to tune in different many timelines. So, and all these channelings are true because it is the timeline.
Oh, okay. Well, what we hear sometimes now is people tell us not to trust channeling because you can be channeling a negative being that's trying to give you false information, and that's what is disturbing to people. So you must do something before you get messages or transmissions, as I prefer to put it, that protect you from that happening. Is that correct?
For me, no. When your heart is very wide open, that's funny because I created a video about it, because it does exist so much confusion out there. The point is when we are scared or when we have fear. So for example, you have this fear when I channel now, oh my gosh, I hope so much that is the right information. Oh my gosh, I hope that I will not channel a negative entity. So then they got you because you lower your frequency, and fear is their language. So that means when you open your heart and you trust, this is the highest frequency, peace and love, So then you will channel the right beings. But when we tune too much into this is their language. They only got this language, and then it's easier that they can work with you or manipulate you, right?
So the lower frequency is what gets you in trouble, and that's the fear frequency. Or,
yeah, it's fear.
Okay, what's happening with people in Germany now? Are you having experiencing any lockdowns or anything like that? All these things contribute to the fear. And
yes. I observed last weekend the energy were so light and so high frequent. So many people have felt it. And one day later, suddenly, the government in Germany wanted to have stricter laws on Monday. Very strong, and I felt so much darkness plopped up suddenly. Yeah, they're talking about the third lockdown. They want to have stricter laws for unvaxxed people. Suddenly, this has started on Monday. And on Saturday, Sunday, Friday, the energy were so light. And what I feel is it's hurting them. It's hurting them so much when peace and light is coming down. And especially when people open the heart and when they feel unity, when they feel the unity consciousness. So this is hurting them. And then they want to lower the frequency because they can deal with this better. And they attacked me on Monday as well, again, a lot. And I felt it. And then I was guided because I don't watch the news. And then I was guided. Yeah. And then I was guided to the news. And then I have seen, Angela Merkel, right? The German one. She wants to have stricter laws for unvaxxed people. And they are talking about the third lockdown. The same to Austria, the same situation.
That's something that they seems to be one of their techniques, divide and conquer, and divide people in whatever way you possibly can. So to prevent people from unifying. But I think people are starting to unify anyway.
Yeah. More and more people.
Yes. And that warms my heart, because for a while here, even in America, if you saw the little video that I sent you, with the women that were pounding on the wall. Did you get to chance to see that? Yeah.
Yes.
They were standing up against some of, what was coming forward as far as this goes, and their children being hurt as a result of these things. And that's what's really concerning to me right now is children.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
It has to be stopped. And I think it will be. I really do. People are going before school boards. People in America are really starting to go forward with the pen more than anything else. And taking things to court and taking, serving certain papers to people to remove them from their office because of what is going on and what they're mandating for their children, because parents want to remain in charge of their children, not the state.
When I tune into your country in the USA, I feel it's lighter there. I feel more people are waking up there. The center of Europe is heavy. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that, because it seemed like we were lagging behind for a while, but people are really starting to do stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going,
I feel in Germany is an important key for the global awakening. It's like when Germany wakes up, so the whole world will wakes up. This is my information. So
wow, that's fascinating. Well, that's for the first very, negative things back during World War II went on.
Yes.
So they know. And sometimes I think there was actually a method to the madness of reasons for causing more older people to die in order to prevent them from explaining some of the things that had happened in the past and why you shouldn't allow it to go forward.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm speaking as carefully as I can without saying
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
exact. But I know you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So,
we have to stick together. Yeah, this is what I feel. We have to stick together, create new communities, and that we stay centered in our heart. This is so important. We Starseeds, we do so much. We are working behind the scenes. We will hold the space, hold the light. We are opening the portals all the time. And almost nobody can see it, what we do. Even during the night, lucid dreams, astral travels, we do so much. And we hold the light and hold the space, and we are opening the portal all the time, and keep it up open at a frequency all
that's
the time.
wonderful to hear that, because one of the complaints about that people keep saying, because I really feel positive, things are moving positively forward. I really feel that. It's more of a feeling than anything that I mean, I can see that people are starting to stand up for their freedom more and more. But there are a lot of people out there who are saying, well, how do we know this and how do we know that? And we don't see anything. And they say this is happening, they say that it's happening, but I don't see any evidence of it. So well, how do you address that?
I feel many different reasons. On one hand, I think many people expected something different from the global awakening, right? Or about ascension. I guess on one hand, many people believe that ascension is very easy. It's like we take off like this, and we have no complications, no war, nothing. So I guess many people are disappointed a little bit. So why take so long? I thought it's going very easy, and why is it so complicated? And why is all this happening now? And now we feel Atlantean trauma. Oh gosh, and so much is coming up to the surface, and we're releasing all this pain, this trauma together. Earth wants to ascend, Earth is healing, inner Earth and higher dimensions. And I believe at one hand, many people expected too much, or expected that ascension is very easy, right? It's like, like this, and there's no process. Like that. And many people are disappointed. Yeah, that's what I feel on one hand. But when I observed the situation since last year, and I talked about it in my videos, in April 2020, we had something like a galactic war over Earth on the sky. And so many people have seen their ships on the sky. Even my friends, they have seen it. So, oh my gosh, there was a war on the sky. For example, this year, Marcel and me and a few other starseeds, we have entered the fourth density. And I feel that since last year, I feel that this war in higher dimensions will come down to us. So as below as above. And in every dimension, it was very close that the light force protected us. It was really very close, very explosive, but they succeed. Even this year with Marcel and me, we almost died. It was very close as well. So, and I feel that this is happening here on Earth as well. It's getting very explosive. Maybe it's close again, but light has won. So when you see it from the higher perspective, and when you see higher dimensions, that everything is clean there and in balance. So this has to come down to us, as below as above. So, and when I see it from this perspective, I can stay centered in my heart, and I feel peace. And this is for me the highest timeline. And the secret event for me is that all souls are free now. Since Earth has ascended to the fourth dimension, because Earth is vibrating in the fourth density now, and this is the dimension, of confusion. We start to remember, I'm not sure, can I believe my own thoughts or not? What is true? Yeah,
there's a lot of that.
Yeah, that is the bridge. It is the bridge between 3D and 5D. Yeah, it's like, I want to keep the old. Oh no, it's not working. Unity is not working either. I have to release my blockages. There's so much chaos. And what I sense is, since Earth has shifted into 4D, this dimension was the dimension of the dark ones. What we have
Yeah.
seen there, they programmed from the fourth density everything down to Earth. We have seen their technology, this toxic technology, and from the 4D dimension, they programmed Earth, everything, controlled everything. And for Earth souls, it was almost impossible to break free. They had to incarnate all the time back on Earth because they never jumped over 4D, their souls. So, and since Earth has shifted into this density, now we are with them on one level, right? It's like Earth is vibrating with them on one level. And now we see them. Yeah. Earth.
Is that why so much truth is coming forward?
Yes, more and more and more. It's like that light bing, is coming down and the shadows also. And now we have the chance to see them better, and even their plans, everything. And even all souls can go back home. That means even when a person is passed away from the virus, for example, all souls can go back home now. This is the big event for me at the moment. That is why I feel peace also, because I know that all souls, when they pass away, they will see our real sisters and brothers now. And this event has never existed. After the fall of Atlantis, all souls were enslaved. They were prisoners for real. They created such a crazy network. They wanted to be sure that they have enough souls on Earth, right? That they work for them. Everything was predicted, was programmed by this network, by the AI. And the AI was their God by the dark ones. That was their God. The AI was a God. It was a intelligence. I can't describe it very well in English. And this
artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence.
Yeah,
without,
thank you.
And not sentient, sentient either. Right?
Yeah, thank you very much. And this AI produced even draconians and reptilians all the time. We have seen that how the AI programmed and produced all the time draconians and reptilians, the dark ones, and they look like humans. They become one with technology for 100%. These were robots, no humans, but they looked like humans, and they had the spark in their eyes. It was very crazy. And this is what we have seen there. It was like the AI was their God. It was their source. And this AI never allowed it that Earth souls can break through this network. Never.
Like we were constantly caught in a cycle or soul trap, as other people said.
And they had to reincarnate all the time. They had no chance. They had to incarnate on Earth all the time.
So they never could go home. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Or get to the creator.
Yeah. They created a copy of Galactics. They copied the Galactic Federation. They created a copy of heaven, everything. That's so crazy.
Wow. Yeah, this is going to be quite astounding and amazing to a lot of people. Sometimes they say that people can't handle the truth, or they won't be able to handle the truth. What do you think about that? Do you think that's true?
A little bit. It's at one hand a cognitive dissonance that many people are scared because it's hurting when we see the shadows or the truth a little bit. It's hurting. So that means we have to face the darkness. We have to face our own actions, and this is hurting. And many people are scared to see it, right? Because it's hurting. And when too much shadows are popping up, boom, immediately. So this is too much for our nervous system, for our body. And this is why it is like this. It's getting lighter and lighter and lighter so slowly, because at one hand, the consciousness level of the collective is rising it this way slowly. And on the other hand, people need time to face the shadows and to get it here, because then it is too much, right? So
Right.
when they would share everything with us now on TV, at one hand, so many people would believe it, I guess. They would say, it's
Yeah,
a lie.
exactly.
And on
Exactly.
the other hand, it's hurting too much. It's like, oh my gosh, right?
Yeah. If you face it, it's easier to not know
Mhm,
and just continue on than it
mhm.
is to have to face the darkness that has
Yeah,
been perpetrated on this planet for eons.
yes, of course. And what I feel is it is the last incarnation. And what we can see is their human experience. They have chosen to be humans as well. And they are here on Earth. And it is all only happening on Earth. And that's why I feel even when we are channeling, actually it is so easy to channel now because the gate is open so clear to channel your real ones, the real galactics. And now so many psychic medium are unsure, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure, is it good to channel or not? Because they feel it maybe, so oops, maybe I channeled the false galactics. They did it for real. Yeah, they were located in the fourth density and they control everything from this density down to us. And when you channeled before, you had to break through this network that you channel the real ones. And now many, and this is the interesting thing, so many psychic mediums are saying, I don't channel anymore, or they feel unsure because they feel intuitively, oops, maybe I channeled the dark ones before, you
And they
know?
don't want to mislead people.
Yeah, but now it's open. So
Uh-huh.
it means actually it's so easy to channel now.
Wow, that's fascinating because I've heard people say that, they are afraid to channel because they might be channeling the wrong guy.
No, no, no. And even when your heart is very wide open, really, your heart is transmuting everything. So that means when you are centered in your heart and you feel this love and this peace and this happiness also, that we do it with so much happiness and fun to channel. So you always transmuting this shit, right? You always broke through, even through the AI, because they only get your mind and they will never get your heart, never. Is what we have
Ah,
seen there also. They translated our thoughts or maybe our subconsciousness, but never our impulses or the intuition. That was too high frequent for them. They don't get it. And
what
so
can people
then you are vibrating all the time over this network or whatever. Yeah, because what I feel is they try it to control people through frequencies. They try to program them through fear because they know it is the last incarnation on earth. And after they pass away, they will never incarnate here on earth because they can't deal with these frequencies any longer. And this is hurting them now, right? And that's what I observed, that the energy was so light and I felt, yeah, so much happiness. And one day later, this crazy thing in the government, right? So now they are talking about the third lockdown immediately. So okay, and then I felt this darkness. Yeah, so they wanted to
wow.
lower the frequency immediately. It is too light. Yeah, they can't deal with this.
So they actually feel pain when the
Yeah,
frequency is up.
yeah, it is
So,
their pain when people are happy or when we feel unity. So that means we have to do the opposite of that what they want from us. So that means when they want to feel that we feel scared or confused, we have to do the opposite to break free. That means I have to stay centered in my heart. I expand my light. I do self-care, right? I laugh, laughing. Also, we have to do the opposite of that, what they want from us. Yeah, not the split, it will be unity. So then they lose power immediately. And this is what they fear.
wow. Well, it's happening. It's going to
Yeah,
continue
more
to
and more
happen.
and more. Yeah,
Yeah.
more and more.
We're on a positive timeline now. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, it is our choice now. You can tune in many different timelines. And when you tune into this timeline and you're still saying, yeah, this network is still there, for example, you will channel this timeline and even the dark beings as well, whatever. And then the thing is, this channeling is true, right? Because it is a lower frequency. You channel a lower frequency. I describe it more like this because this is the language even for the dark ones, what we have seen there. Low frequency, yeah, that was their language. So that means you lower your frequency and then you channel a lower frequent information. And this information is true because you translate this frequency now, right? And it does exist. But when you increase your vibration and you channel a higher frequency, so you tune up, and this is a high timeline, and this information is also true because your vibration is increasing. So that means all channelings are true because they're channeling many different frequencies, and this is all real.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So do you go in resonance with this frequency or not? This is more the question.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've got a question for you then. Because more truth is coming out, we're kind of being spoon-fed it, right? How can people keep from letting it bring them down? When you want to keep the frequency up and you're hearing information that's rather disturbing. I mean, myself, I've already dealt with a lot of that. But for the people that are just beginning to wake up to so many different things, what can they do to help themselves not lower their frequency because of it?
At one hand, my first tip is to be honest with yourself. When this is triggering you, this information, and you feel anger now, spread this anger. Because emotion wants to, they want to flow. We have to express our emotions. And I describe it in consciousness level more. And there are people, they are on this consciousness level and they feel very triggered and angry, right? So maybe it affects their own life, their job, or maybe their children, right? So when they start to do these crazy things, also here in Germany with children. So I feel that it's important to feel this anger also, because through anger, it is a divine anger, right? Because you want to transmute this anger into light and love. At one hand, we have to be honest with ourselves, at one hand. On the other hand, when I choose the perspective and I see the higher consciousness from the higher perspective, then I see it from this, that I see even when we all pass away, suddenly, for example, we all can go back home now. And this is for me peace. It is like, I try to explain it. For me, this is the biggest event for me at the moment, because we can see our real sisters and brothers and even earth souls. So, and then see it from this perspective. And what I do is that I change my perspective and I stay focused, on my beliefs. What can I do? Yeah, for example, when this situation is affecting my job, for example, then I feel these emotions. I'm angry, for example, or sad, or I start to cry. And then I change the perspective. Yeah, what can I do? Okay, maybe I have to search another job. Or maybe I have to find another way for my children, right? So then I switch it and I change their meaning into something lighter.
Free Range with Gail of Gaia is honored to be affiliated with MyNutra, makers of hemp paste. Hemp paste is a whole food product that still contains most, if not all, of the terpenes, phytonutrients, essential elements, and CBDs of the raw hemp plant. CBD oil manufacturing methods strip away living essential elements, leaving only one, a dead CBD oil. CBD oil alone simply cannot support the entourage effect that occurs when hemp pastes essential nutrients go to work to support your optimum health. Almost 200 terpenes and over 500 other phytonutrients work together with a synergistic effect that simply doesn't happen with CBD oil alone. Visit hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com to learn more. And be sure to check out the impressive array of hemp-enriched products while you're there. That website again, hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. www.gailofgaia.com.
So and then I
Right.
switch it and I change their meaning into something lighter. This is what I can give as a tip. And that we are connected. This is very important now. That we are supporting each other, because so much blockages and odd traumas are coming up to the surface. Yeah, and this needs time. Even Earth wants to break free as well from all this pain.
Yes, and that's what they feed on, is our pain and suffering, isn't it?
Yes,
The
yes.
negative entities, yeah.
Yeah, but when you change it into something lighter, then even anger can be a push, right? To break your inner cage, that you break free, right? And you start to spread your wings and you create something new. So this is my tip, that we are honest and that we see children a little bit as inspiration, because children are so true and they express every emotion. Yeah.
Right. And it's actually a righteous anger in a lot of ways, because of what has happened and what has gone on. But then again, it's what you feel it, get through it, and move on, and like you said, change your perspective.
Move on, right? Yeah, and that we don't feel paralyzed, because this is what they want also, that we feel these emotions and then we are totally shocked, paralyzed, or that we have beliefs like, I can't change anything, this is
It's
what they want.
poor little me kind of thing, falling into the victim status to a certain extent.
Yes.
Whereas if people would support each other and say, I know how you feel, I've been there, this is, do something that'll make you happy. And do what you have. If you have to pull your child out of school, do it. It's not the end of the world to do something like that. And protect them. It's and that's what I'm happy to see. Parents are stepping up and saying, not on my watch. This isn't happening, not on my watch. And so they're pushing back, and that's what needs to happen. And that's when it's so important that people stand together, because their numbers are small and ours are great. And that's how we can change it all. And then we get the happiness into the collective.
Yeah, and actually it is their punishment, not ours. So when we feel unity, when we stick together, when we are supporting each other, for them it's punishment. It's hurting them because it's a lighter frequency. So we have to do the opposite all the time. So then we are vibrating lighter and all the time over them. And they only got this language here, not more. Yeah.
And the news is a good thing not to watch. It was funny. I heard what Alex Collier was saying. Well, whatever the news says, just figure it's probably the opposite.
Yeah, of course. Of course it is. It is. Yeah.
Yes. And so many of the figures that they're talking about are untrue figures. You have to really look into it yourself to know the real truth. But in my world, it's just easier to turn it off completely. I don't watch the news. I don't even have a TV in my house anymore.
No.
And listening to music can help quite a bit too, even though they changed the frequency of music from 432 to 440, which is a little problematic, but I think you can find music out there that is 432, and
yes.
Things like that help. Would you agree with that? Do you?
Yes, dancing, happiness, music is always good. Moving your body is also very good to ground yourself, that you feel the connection again to earth, to your body, right? That we don't take off. Yeah, when you're too much into the higher dimension. So that is happening very easily now, that we feel, we are no humans anymore. We are taking off now soon.
Is that a time when it's good to go out and ground yourself by walking around barefoot, if you can? I mean, if you're in cold weather, that's kind of hard to do. So there must be another way to do that.
Yeah, dancing, for example, is a good tool. Yeah, or jumping around, or laughing, or talking to people. It's also good.
And you can dance around as silly as you want in your house with nobody seeing you.
Yeah. Or you got this perspective like, I don't care, even when people see me.
Exactly, that's true. That's actually a better perspective in a lot of ways. But sometimes it's hard to get there from the programming we've had.
Yes, of course. I know. Yeah, that's also challenging. But when you succeed and when you do it, so that's a lot of fun as well.
What about you have gotten a number of angelic codes that activate people's DNA, is that true? Yeah.
Can you explain it again, please?
You're well, what I was thinking of is your singing has codes that activate people's DNA. Am I correct? Okay. Would you mind
No,
engaging us with some? If you don't mind, I don't know, you don't have to if you don't feel comfortable, but I think you have an absolutely beautiful voice, and it may actually uplift some people if you want.
Yeah, I can try it. Yeah.
Okay.
I tune into Akurians, I guess. So maybe they have a message.
Okay.
Aktia halati soyoto shoke rakit temiat hak oloturikuyo mosea deshe atela tuma kutuyo matasata at ikila hakuyo monhea masea tuma. Tekia hara tekehetu toyo matasataya. Open your crown chakra. Halake reke hatasatomaya. Open your third eye. Kirateas. Ritne muyoko. Vishyate ahatimite situyo totomakitaya tata makara katoyo sotomalitis. Yeah, I receive a few messages. Something like we have to receive the messages and that we open our crown chakra and our third eye as well, because then we see the truth better. And I feel also that the heart is a very important navigator now as well. Your impulse will guide you, very sensitive now, what you have to do. This is what I received also, because you can manifest the opposite, the darkness, very, very, very intense as well now. So that means when we don't listen, when we don't trust our heart and impulses, we will create the darkness very intense as well. And you will see very fast now your actions. So you see the mirror, oops, I didn't listen, right? I don't trust my heart, and now I see the chaos. It's getting manifest so easily now, and even the light very fast. And this is what the dark ones know as well. When they lower the frequency, when we tune into this frequency, then darkness is appearing very, very fast as well again. So it is the time that we remember and that we embody our power.
Wow. Just like you said, when all of a sudden you were really high one day, and then all of a sudden all this dark cloud comes down after they were gonna, do a lockdown again. Kind of.
Yes, suddenly.
That manifested pretty quickly.
Yeah, one day later, very quickly, boom. Yeah, the darkness again.
Yeah, so one of the biggest takeaways I get is to remove fear and stand in your strength as a spiritual being in your heart space.
Yes, and when more people are doing that, then we are manifesting the lighter frequency so fast now. This is getting so crazy now. When the earth is vibrating lighter and lighter and lighter, so all this is happening so much faster now. This is the thing. So, for example, when we had this war in April 2020, they succeed within 3 days. 3 days, 2 days in earth time, right? It happened during 2 or 3 days. This year, when we have entered the fourth density, we needed more time. We needed 3 months. Between April and July, we were there in this crazy density with all these holograms, and they shape shifted and all this stuff. 3 months. And I've heard since last year, 2020, when we had the score, maybe it will take minimum 2 or 3 years here on Earth that we see the results here manifest. Because it takes longer. Everything takes longer here. And in the galactic dimensions, 3 days or 2 days. And now we do the same here on Earth, but it's getting longer.
That's what's frustrating a lot of people, I think, is it's taking so long, or it appears, especially those that are already awake. They're going, oh my God, what's it going to take to make things change here?
Everything is happening fast in higher dimensions.
Well, we're getting there slow but sure, right? Now, I heard that some of the higher beings have placed a green healing frequency around the planet. Have you? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I feel a new grid. They build up a new grid. What I feel is they succeed. I feel that since last weekend, that even they took over control of the AI and this crazy network, right? Now it's in their control. So it's like, the dark beings, they wanted to interrupt all the time through the AI and all the stuff. And I feel since a few weeks or days, I have to explain it more like this. I feel the real galactics, the good ones, they took over control, and now they can use it, right? And all what we can see is the physical beings, right? And they try to act very big and tall, but everything is clean in high dimensions. And even this network, they succeed. They took over control. The galactics, the real ones, are light for sisters and brothers. And when I see it from this perspective, it's like, whoa, wow, amazing. And even the inner knowing that all souls are free now and almost nobody can see it. This is like,
That's so wonderful. I mean, that makes me want to smile and gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
Yeah, of course.
and I do feel like we're moving up, and it's gonna start manifesting faster and faster as our time goes on here.
Yes, everything is happening faster now. So even our thoughts and everything what we do becomes manifest very, very quick. So that means when we don't trust our heart, but we can see it as a training or as a challenge. So then we have the chance to see very clear, oops, I didn't trust my heart and now it happened. I see this chaos now. Yeah. So, and then we can navigate better so that we stay centered here in our heart, because when we feel unity, this is for me the 5D consciousness level, and that we hold the connection here. Yeah, we have these moments, or many of us, we have these moments of unity. Yeah, everything is in peace, and then something is happening to us like that. So,
and then we bring yourself back down.
Yeah, we forgot everything. Everything's and this is the process now. Yeah, that we hold the connection here. This is basic when we want to ascend to 5D.
We'll get there yet. The more people that start experiencing that, the better it is. And because that's where you want to stay. You want to be happy. You want to be joyful. You want to know that the planet is being rid of the things that are so negative. Yes. It really is. And I guess I hear a lot of naysayers that, well, I haven't seen the evidence. I haven't seen the proof. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen that. But they're not coming from their heart. They're not letting themselves feel their heart space. Yeah. And standing up for their freedoms, because they are always have a hard time saying unalienable rights from our Creator, the right to freedom, liberty, happiness, and all that. And here in America, a lot of people are waiting for Mr. T to come back, because Mr. B is a bit of an embarrassment, to say the least. But at the same time, they have to go within themselves to to help bring it forward. Would you say that's true?
I feel what I have seen there, but it's only my feeling. What we have seen there was that Mr. T vibrated definitely lighter. And what I can confirm is that he cleaned up the heaviest mass for real. Yeah, I have seen him all the time since this situation has started in 2020. Even, and this happened at the same time. I felt this galactic war on the sky. And during this period of time, I had all the time lucid dreams. And I have seen Mr. T with the white hats together. And he was not with the deep state. Is what I have seen.
Really? I'm so happy you said that, because there are some people out there that are still debating that.
He was not.
Is he yours?
Yeah.
And I felt that he is with the white hats, and he really is making a difference. He's helping to make a difference. I mean, it's a whole team of beings that are helping humanity and everyone move forward. So all of this
that was very crazy that it has started suddenly. And I had a German starseed Facebook group, and sometimes I shared my lucid dreams in this group, and I have seen the very heavy deep state there, and they were scared. I have seen visions of them, and they were scared, and I have seen them located in the dumps. For real. I have seen them there, so they were scared. What should we do? What should we do? Shit, what should we do? And then I have seen a vision of Mr. T and the Patriots in the White House, and they made plans. They are located there, look, in this dump. For real. And I had all the time visions of them. Then I have seen children all the time. Then I have seen that many children were located under mountains. There were many dumps in Austria, Switzerland, all this where the Alpen are located, right? The mountains, and everywhere. I felt it so strong, and even the dark beings, the Anunnaki, and all these beings, they live there for real in the dumps. I have seen that for real, energetically and even physical. And these humans here on Earth, the government and all these people, actually many of them are only slaves too. They worked for them, and they were there in the dumps to live there, and they gave them advices. For real. I have seen all the time visions. And last year in December 2020, I had my old YouTube channel. Yeah. After this has, my old YouTube channel, The Magnificent Future. It was my old channel. And then I have seen a vision of Mr. T again, that he was located in Germany. I had a lucid dream, and I have seen him in a car, and nobody knew that he was in Germany. And I have seen myself, and I took a flight over him, like a bird, and I have seen him sitting in the car. And then I had a vision and an astral meetup or whatever with the Pleiadians. I shared this on my old channel. And then I asked the Pleiadians, so what's going on? Is everything okay? and I have seen them, the Pleiadians, this very bright aura and blonde hair, tall, and a white suit. And they looked at me, we got this, everything is okay. So all right,
that's true confirmation. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that, and so will my listeners, I'm sure. They just want reconfirmation of what some others are saying as well.
We were confirmed for so many times. I can tell you, when we have entered the fourth density, I can share you so many stories for real. And I believe all the time I'm stupid, crazy. That's all. This is not true. I questioned myself as well, because we talked about it in my videos, that I was in contact with them telepathically. So I have seen Mr. T in front of this quantum computer for real, but I'm not sure if this was his higher self or not. but I believe it was his higher self, that I had a conversation with them. And that was so crazy there, because we were confirmed for so many times then physical, that I was in contact with them for real. It seems like this.
It's my understanding that we're going to be going to quantum computing of just about everything. And it becomes unhackable when they do that. And so there's not all the back doors and the different ways of doing nefarious things as a result, because it's because it is quantum.
Yes, yes. Also with my twin flame Marcel, that is a very dark story as well, right? With draconians and so on. That was so crazy, I can tell you. That was such a crazy density. All the time my impulse has guided me to do this kind of things, or that I was in contact with them or not. And then during the night, I have seen him in front of this high technical computer. And then I had the impulse to share with him many different only German deep state players. Intuitively, I have seen pictures in front of my third eye, and I shared this with them. And then I have seen his quantum computer, and then I have seen these people on the computer, on the screen. And then he was in front of the computer like this, and then he saw the whole connections, everything. Aha, they're in contact with them. Aha, they are connected with the USA. Interesting connections. And even with Marcel, that's very, very crazy, the story. I can't share everything with you, but I share the information about very special people. They have chosen us as well. I don't talk too much about it. And I shared this with Mr. T as well, their names.
Oh, then, fantastic. So you had their names too.
Yeah, I know them personal. So they are close to Marcel. This is very crazy, this story. It's very crazy. Yeah. And I shared these names with Mr. T, and I asked him, are these people by the deep state, by the cabal? Because I feel they are members of them. And then he typed these names into the computer, and he said, yes, they have this mark. They have this mark. And he talked about that they can figure them out because of their mark. The draconians or reptilians, they have a specific mark. It's a mark, or it's the frequency, or the blueprint, or whatever.
This is kind of like the movie They Live, where you could put glasses on and you could see who was bad and who wasn't.
Yeah, and then he said, yeah, they have this mark for real. They have this mark. Should I keep an eye on them? But they are not very big people, not in a high position, but they are interrupting your soul path. This is very crazy. Yeah. And then I said, yes, keep an eye on them. You can do it. Do you know what happened? A few hours later, and I'm not kidding, these people were in front of our house. These people with this mark, they were in front of our house, and they were scared. What should we do? What should we do? And they had the cell phones as well with the blue case. Mr. B, Democrats, right? The blue pill, blue color. And they had the cell phones with a blue case, and they were in front of our house in the middle of the night. What should we do? Please do something. Please do something. And they scanned us with this frequency. Oh, look, they are located there. Yeah, and then they broke into our basement, and they were in front of our door. They were totally, they were so scared. And then I was confirmed, oh, I'm in contact with them for real. This is not true. Well, then we were confirmed, because a few hours before, I talked to Mr. T, and I shared these names with them. It happened intuitively that I got the impulse to share with Mr. T many different deep state players. I have seen only their face, and I didn't know their name, so I don't know them. Yeah, I'm not so aware with this political people, right? And then he said, oh, thank you. Yes, you are true. You are true. Yeah, they have also this mark, and he saw all the connections. And then I shared these people with him as well. Like I told you, we know them personally. And they have chasing us all the time. This is so crazy. And then they were in front of our house for real. They were there.
Wow.
After Mr. T told me I will keep an eye on them, even when they are not in a high position. They have not much influence, but they are disturbing your soul path. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
And more stories. It's not the only situation.
That's fascinating. Wow. So at least he confirmed what you already knew or what you were already picking up. And
Yeah.
wow, that's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
But you're okay. You're okay. Everything's turned
Yeah,
out.
we are still okay, but it was very scary,
I bet.
honestly.
I
Yeah,
bet.
that they appeared for real. So, oh my gosh, this is them. And they were scared. I'm not kidding. They were nervous.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it does seem from everything that I'm getting from you as well as some others that the white hats are definitely in control, and the deep state are definitely in panic city, technically, about a lot of things because they're being found out. The people are waking up, people are standing up for their freedom, and the more they try to maneuver something with something negative, the quicker they're being found out and managed. At least that's what it seemed. And it sounds like that's exactly what you're confirming as well. And that's wonderful. That's good news.
Yes, of course. I feel that they are definitely lighter, but I don't see that this is the end, you know? It's like I try to explain it in English. Is this the right word? The period of transition? Is this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
transition. Yeah, we're
yeah,
transitioning.
transition. Yeah,
Yeah,
the period
yeah.
of transition. This is what I feel. He stands for this. The period of transition where people start to remember that they see they are more than their physical body, right? That we are all connected, that we have a soul. This is what I feel. I feel that the epoch of time will come that all people will heal at first. All the blockages, all the trauma, all these lies, right? And this is what I feel by them, that the period of transition will come, and that then even we star seeds, then we start to work for real, right? We are here to assist all these people now and to help them when they ask for help, when they need help. So then we are there for them as well. This is what I get. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. And to explain things, to help them with the transition,
Yeah,
to
the period of transition. Yeah.
calm their heart and
Yeah.
let them know everything's going to be okay. It's just going to be better. And, you know,
Yes.
Mr. T has said so many times, the best is yet to come. And so has his team. And
Yes.
people start to really and truly believe that. And it gets into the collective. It's going to be helpful for everyone.
Yes. And he told us all the time they're totally sick. And we have see it too there in this network. Is that, oh my gosh, what is that? It's all holographic. What? So and it was like the AI, it was their God.
Wow.
It produced everything. It produced life and programmed everything. So whoa.
Very
So
bad
Earth
for
was,
human.
yeah, Earth was literally, when we explain it in the words of the Bible, hell, really. Because they programmed everything down, really everything, even your purpose, your numerology, everything was predicted by the AI, everything. The soul had never free will, but actually we have free will in higher dimensions. We are the creator for real. And
we have an illusion of free will here.
Yes, yes, but now we have free will for real. So
just
this
like
is also,
we had just like a lot of Americans, we've had an illusion of freedom, but we weren't really free.
Yes, of course, it's the same. Yeah, even on the soul level.
Yes. Wow, that's heavy. Okay. Well, you know what? I think we've been going for about an hour now, and this is fascinating, and I enjoyed it tremendously. And who knows? Maybe we can do it again sometime in the future if you would like. And
yeah, why not? It's very cool.
yes, it is.
So
I love
fun.
talking to you. I enjoy it immensely, and it's very uplifting, and hopefully it'll be uplifting for others as well. And as things start to transition, the more we can help people, the better.
Yes, that's why so many starseeds are here, because we are prepared for this. We knew that this will come. because in higher dimensions, you see also everything. You see
They-
all these timelines in the future as well. But the thing is, we are free there for real, because all these beings are working with the source, and they are not disconnected from the source like the dark ones.
Yeah. So we're reestablishing. We always had our connection, but we're reestablishing it with greater force. Would that be true?
Yes.
Because some of this negative stuff has been removed, including the AI.
Yes,
A lot of
course.
it anyway, if not all of it.
Of course. And I can recommend all the time, trust your hearts and your intuition. Yeah, this is the highest frequency, and we become the creator for real. Because even your heart is stronger to this old network. It transmutes everything. So your heart is the answer.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I love it. And so is there anything you can tell people before we close? How do they get into their heart space?
Very easy. Do what you love. When you do what you love or what you brings you joy, so you feel your heart and you are a little bit like a child again. Yeah. I think children are such a good inspiration. So do what your heart tells you. Do what your heart fills you with joy. When you want to paint a picture, do it. When you want to sing, start to sing. Yeah. Then you feel your heart. And we train our heart center very strong.
Do what brings you joy.
Yeah, express your soul even through clothing or makeup or whatever. So this is all a tool to expand your light in your heart center.
Whatever makes you feel good, but makes you feel good and wonderful.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, thank you. And thank you so much.
Thank you
I
so
love
much
talking with
also.
you. I love talking to you. And
I can say the same.
this is very uplifting, and we will do it again, and maybe in a couple of weeks or so. And keep bringing forward joy and love and
Thank
peace
you
and
so
gratitude.
much also. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you again sometime, and I hope you enjoyed this wonderful information. Akura is definitely one to listen to. Thank you.
Thank you also very much, and see you soon.
Okay, take care.
We'll stay.